Studio 3-6 Ohm. My name is Harmony and this is a beginner mat and reformer class. This is Ganja, she'll be our student today. So let's go ahead and begin long on the mat. So go ahead and lay down here, excellent. And we're going to begin warming up the body with our hundreds. Bring your legs up into tabletop position, aligning the knees over the hips. Shins are horizontal to the mat. Arms are going to float just above the mat, and on an exhale, reach head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. Beautiful. Pause here. Engage the core. Hug the ribs in. Vigorously press the palms towards the mat. Excellent, like you're splashing water here. Great job. Inhale for 5 counts, and exhale for 5 counts. So we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Again, the ribs are hugged in. The core is engaged, reaching long through the fingers. Let's do just 2 more, and we inhale and exhale. Reach tall through the crown of the head. Chin is gently tucked in. And last one, lower everything down to the mat. Excellent job. Go ahead and lengthen out the legs. Beautiful. And next we're going to do our roll-ups. So reach fingertips and arms towards the ceiling, 90 degrees. Excellent. On an exhale, tuck chin into the chest, lift head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. Continue reaching, pulling through the fingertips out over the feet. Beautiful. Pause here. Hang the head between the arms. Arms are horizontal to the legs here. Our feet are flexed back towards the body. Feel the opposition. The fingertips are reaching, and the core is engaged as if somebody just punched you in the belly. Excellent. On an exhale, go ahead and lower back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Shoulders, neck, and head. Our last fingertips are back up to the sky. Excellent. Let's do that one more time. Exhale. We come up off of the mat, reaching through the fingertips, out over the feet. And this time, on our exhale, let's go ahead and lower down just halfway. On the exhale, we roll back. Oh, no. So we're going to go ahead and roll down. So I'll roll down. Sorry. And pause right here. Pause there. Go ahead and bring your feet in towards the sits bones. Excellent. And wrap the hands in the pits of the knees here. Now, we want our arms nice and long here. So if they're not, go ahead and lean back just a little bit. Beautiful job. Okay. So on an exhale, let's go ahead and come up to a seated tall position, reaching tall through the crown of the head. Elbows are wide. Excellent. Take an inhale and exhale, lower back down. Excellent. Long arms here. Ribs are engaged. Core is engaged. And one last time, let's come up. Exhale, reaching tall through the crown of the head. And lower everything back down to the mat. Lengthen the legs here all the way long. Excellent. Okay, moving on to our single leg circles. With an exhale, reach the right leg up to 90 degrees. Excellent. Let's warm up the hamstrings by pulsing towards the top of the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Really feel the hips rooting into the mat. Excellent. On an inhale, we reach that right foot across the midline of the body, and exhale, bring it back straight. We reach across the midline, inhale, and exhale back. Beautiful. This time we inhale, reach across the body and down, creating a semicircle, and exhale, sweeps the leg back up to 90 degrees. Excellent. One more time. Inhale across, lower it down, and exhale brings the leg back up to 90. Excellent. Lower everything down, long on the mat. Let's switch to the left side. On an exhale, root down through those hips. We lift that leg up to 90 degrees. Warm up the hamstring. Pulse the leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Inhale, reach the leg across the midline. Pause. Exhale, return. Inhale, we reach across the midline and return. Last time, inhale, pause here and lower the leg down, semicircle, sweep it back up to 90. Excellent job. Inhale, we reach across. Exhale, sweep it down and back up. Beautiful. Go ahead and lower everything down to the mat. Excellent. Using our roll-up, let's reach our fingertips back up to the sky and come on up to that seated position. Reach out over the toes all the way, and then you can come back to a seated tall position. Lower your arms, you can roll your shoulders out here. Here we want to pretend there is an imaginary wall up against. Your head, shoulders, and hips are all pressed up against this wall. Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna step away so it becomes an imaginary wall. Arms float out in front of you, horizontal. Beautiful. So tip your head back just a little bit. Excellent. On an exhale, we're gonna peel the head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat, reaching out in front of us, stopping as the shoulders come off. Pause here. Head hangs heavy. Pull the shoulders out of the shoulder girdle and place them back. Pull them out of the shoulder girdle and place them back. Inhale, press the shoulders, neck, and head back onto that imaginary wall. Beautiful. Head and neck finish last. Tall spine here. Excellent. That was totally out of order, but let's go ahead and bring our feet in towards our sits bones for rolling like a ball. Place the hands in the pits of the knees. Excellent. And you can scoot your hips just a little bit closer. Try to keep the legs nice and close. Beautiful. Now place the hands on the shin bones. Rock back just a little bit so we're balancing on our sits bones. Excellent. We want to try to keep the feet as close to the body as we can. Keep our eyes open throughout this movement. Tuck the chin into the chest so we're in a nice little ball here. On an inhale, we roll back the length of the mat. And exhale brings us back up to a seated, balanced position. Inhale, we roll it back. And exhale, seated, balanced. Excellent job. Last one, elbows out wide. Inhale, we roll it back. And exhale. Excellent. You can lower the feet down here. And go ahead and let's lay long on the mat once again. Get us back to where we needed to be. Beautiful. All right, we're going to start with our single leg stretch here. So go ahead and bring the right leg into the chest. Beautiful. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders comes up off of the mat. We can reach long, the arms alongside the body. Lift the left leg about 45 degrees here. Excellent. Feet are flexed back towards the body so we can see our pedicure. Excellent. And now both hands can come to the right leg. Excellent. And we're going to switch one breath, one movement. And we switch to exhale, reaching long through the backs of that second leg. Go ahead and reach out a little bit, 45, excellent. Chin is tucked in, collarbone wide, ribs are hugged in, engaging in the core. Let's do two more. And last one, lower everything down. Beautiful job. Go ahead and knock your knees side to side if that feels good to you. And we're gonna move on to the double leg stretch. So for this one, go ahead and leave your feet right here. And let's exhale, lifting head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. We're reaching. Beautiful. And then tuck or hug your knees into your chest. Excellent. Hands are placed on the ankles. On an exhale, let's reach the right arm in line with our ear and lower it down. And exhale, left arm in line with the ear and lower it down. Beautiful. Let's do both arms. We reach and back down to the ankles, lower everything back down to the mat. Go ahead and reset here, whatever feels good to your body. When you're ready, that was the upper, we're gonna work on the lower now. So let's do that same thing. Hug the knees into the chest, lift head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. Hands are placed on the ankles. Beautiful. And actually, let's go ahead and widen the hands so we can let go of the legs. So on an exhale, we're gonna reach those toes out to 45 degrees and hug it all back in. And we exhale, reach it out and back in. Last one, we reach it out and back in, lower everything down to reset. So this time we're gonna put that all back together, the upper and the lower. So let's hug our knees into the chest. Exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. Excellent. Hands placed on the ankles. Simultaneously, we're gonna reach out with our lower and upper at the same time. On an exhale, we reach out and hug it all in. Exhale, we reach out, reaching long through the legs, long through the arms. Core is engaged, ribs are hugged in. Excellent. Last time, and hug it all in. Let's lower down to the mat to reset. Excellent. So for this next one, we're gonna work on the lower lift. So again, let's hug our knees into the chest. Beautiful. Arms are gonna come behind the head, wide elbows. Exhale, or let's go ahead and begin by reaching the feet up to the sky, 90 degrees. Exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. Beautiful, core is engaged, ribs are hugged in, still wide collarbone. On an inhale, lower the feet down to 45 degrees, and exhale, without momentum, we're going to bring the feet back up. So exhale, resist it up, beautiful, long through the backs of the legs. Last one, we lower it down, keeping those shoulders up off of the mat, and exhale, all the way up to 90, hug everything in and lower down. Beautiful job. Okay, the last movement for this series is gonna be our crisscross. So it's similar to bicycle for that visual, but let's go ahead and hug our knees into the chest. Hands again are behind the head. Exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. Beautiful, and we're gonna extend that right leg, twisting the torso so that your left armpit is reaching your right armpit is reaching towards the left knee. And exhale, we're gonna switch it out. Beautiful, point the toes, and we're reaching to the 45. Make sure that shin is parallel to the floor, knee reaches armpit, excellent. Wide elbows, and let's do 2 more, and we switch, and last one. Let's bring everything down to the mat. Beautiful. Reset the body, knock your knees side to side. And then when you're ready, let's come long on the mat. Beautiful, widen the feet about mat distance apart, and we're gonna flex those feet back towards the body. Using your roll up, reach the fingertips up to the sky. And let's use that roll up to come on up to a seated position. We exhale, lift head, neck, shoulders up. Fingertips reach out towards the toe. Excellent. And now we're gonna straighten that spine onto that imaginary wall that we did earlier. And let's just do that one time. Exhale, peel head, neck, and shoulders only off of that wall, reaching out forward, and then pull the shoulders out of the shoulder girdle and place them back in. Pull them out of the shoulder girdle and place them back in. And on an inhale, one vertebrae at a time, we're pressing up against that imaginary wall. Beautiful job. All right, go ahead and lower your arms, roll your shoulders out, because we're gonna put them back up again here in a second. So our feet remain mat distance apart and flex back towards the body, long lines on the backs of the knees. Rooting down through both hips here, widen the arms out to T, and then bring them in just a little bit so that they're in your peripheral vision. Excellent job. Reach tall through the crown of the head, press the shoulders down away from the ears, hug the ribs in. Beautiful. On an inhale, twist to the left. On an exhale, lower down, reach right pinky finger to left pinky toe. Back arm, palm comes facing, there you go, to the ceiling. And we come back up to that seated, twisted position and back to center. Beautiful. We inhale to twist. Exhale, reach left pinky to right pinky toe. Back hand, palm comes to the ceiling. Excellent job. And we come back up to that seated, twisted position and center. Let's do that one more time. We inhale to twist. Exhale to lower. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, center. Inhale, we twist. Exhale, we reach. Inhale, we come on up, seated tall twist, and beautiful, back to the center. Okay, next we're gonna work on our swan prep, so you can roll back down to the mat and then flip like a pancake onto the front surface of your body. Beautiful, place one hand on top of the other, just like a pillow, and rest your forehead onto that pillow. I want you to imagine that there is glue between your head and your hand. They do not separate, and your elbows remain out wide. Your legs and feet are together, toes untucked, so let's bring them together. Toes untucked and also pressing into the mat as if there's glue here throughout this movement. Take a deep breath in here and exhale all the air out of, let's wait 1 second. Exhale all of the air out so that we can really feel all corners of the core here. This is how we're able to lift off of the mat. So we take another inhale and exhale, lift head, neck, and chest up off of the mat. Beautiful. See if you can reach just a little bit further and lower everything back down. Excellent. Let's do that one more time. We inhale and exhale, lifting up off of the mat. Beautiful. Reaching tall through the crown of the head, long neck, wide elbows, and lower everything back down. Excellent job. Okay, let's go ahead and roll over to the left side, I guess, facing the camera. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. Beautiful. And you want to align your long body with the back edge towards knee of the mat. Excellent. Your head comes into your left palm of your hand. And so let's move our torso back a little bit further. And then feet are flexed, so reach them towards the front corner here. So we've created a very soft V to help with balance. Excellent. On an exhale, lift that top right foot up hip distance, not to exceed 2 inches here. And now press and reach with that heel. See if you can make it longer than the bottom leg. Lower it down. On an exhale, lift the leg up hip distance and lower. Exhale, lift and lower. Exhale, lift and lower. Exhale, pause here. Point the toe. Let's draw tiny little circles with our toe tips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Flex the foot here. Press the heel back into the posterior plane until you feel the glutes turn on. And pulse it back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs together, and let's go ahead and flip on over to the other side. For camera purposes, you can just rotate yourself like that. And again, align the body with the back side of the mat. Feet are flexed here. And then, so flex the feet and reach them towards that front corner. Beautiful job. Rest the head into the right palm. Excellent. You can use that other arm kind of as your kickstand. All right, on an exhale, lift that left leg up to hip distance. Beautiful. Now press and reach through the heel, make it longer than the bottom leg, and lower it down. What we've done here is we have now aligned our hips vertically right there. Exhale, lift the leg up to hip distance. Excellent. And lower. Exhale, lift. Lower. Exhale, lift. Lower. And last one. Exhale, lift and pause. Point the toe. Draw tiny little circles with your toe tips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Flex the foot. Press the heel back into the posterior plane behind you until you feel the glute turn on, and press it back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bring the feet together and lower everything back down. Let's go ahead and rotate onto our back surfaces of the body for our teaser prep. Excellent. All right. Hug the knees into the chest. Hug the knees into the chest. We're just having fun here. And then place both of the hands in the pits of the knees here. Excellent. Now you're going to use those thighs to help get to a balanced position here. So, on your exhale, tuck the chin into the chest, lift head, neck, and shoulders, and press with those thighs into the palm, pulling you up into a seated, balanced position. Reach tall through the crown of the head, nice flat back, and shins are nice and parallel here. Beautiful. If you like, you can release one of the hands and palms face the ceiling, and the next hand, excellent, and lower everything down. Another version of this, we can bring our feet towards your sits bones there, just like that. Arms are long beside you. Flip the legs, or the hands, palms facing up. And on an exhale, we're going to do the same thing to that seated balanced position, but using the breath in one movement. Exhale lifts head, neck, and shoulders up off, everything at one time. Beautiful. And then if you can extend the legs out to 45 and lower everything down. Beautiful. Moving into a full teaser. Arms are long beside us, palms face to the ceiling. We're going to do that exact same destination with our legs or necks going to be long and the palms are long. We go right there. On an exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders, legs up all at the same time. Beautiful. And lower everything down. Excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and flip over to the front surface of our body. Press back into a very much deserved child's pose and just sit for a moment. Beautiful. When you're ready, you can press out to a tabletop position on your hands and knees. Gaze looks towards the top of the mat. Shoulders are aligned over our wrists. Excellent. Doming through the shoulders. And go ahead and step that right foot back to a full plank and the left foot back to a full plank. Beautiful. Heels are aligned over the toes. Slightly tuck in the pelvis. And then press through the hips into a downward facing dog, reaching with those hips. Beautiful. You should feel a nice stretch here down the backs of the legs, nice flat back. And slowly walk your hands one at a time towards your feet to a front support. Let your head hang heavy, your arms dangle here, and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, come up to a standing tall position. Head and neck finish last. Roll the shoulders back and down. And wonderful job. We'll take a brief break here, water break, and then we'll move on to the reformer. Okay, welcome back. So again, my name is Harmony, and this is going to be the beginner Pilates reformer portion of the class. Again, Ganja is going to be our student here, and she's going to come in just a moment and lay down on the reformer. But first, let's go through the parts that I will be talking about of the reformer. We have the platform here, and this is the foot bar. Although it's called foot bar, it's also used for upper body. We grab it with our hands as well. When you are using your hands on this, you want to be sure to not pull back on the apparatus because it can, as you can see, come off, and that would be unsafe. Here we have the springs. For our particular reformer, we have 5 springs, red, yellow, green, and 2 blue. Often the lighter spring can be just as challenging depending on the movement, so your teacher would help you go through that. Here we have the carriage. These are the rails. Sometimes we actually grab on and use them to assist us. We have the shoulder pads, the headrest. These are the straps. We have small and large loops. We will help guide you as to which one to use. Most often, large is for the feet, and the small is for the hands. Here we have the ropes, the hardware. We sometimes grab hold of this as well. And this area here, we refer to as the well. Sometimes we dip into it. So, Ganja, you want to go ahead and come laying flat on your back. This headrest can be used at 3 levels. It's kind of your comfort level. She generally uses it down. So we're going to begin with our footwork, warming up the body. So let's go ahead and lay down, head in the headrest, shoulders up against the shoulder rest, but we want to notice here, anytime through the movement where you start to feel it heavy, that's usually a sign that you're lifting your shoulders up towards your ears, so you want to press them down. So for our footwork to warm up, let's go ahead and put our feet up here on the foot bar. Beautiful. The toe joints are right there on it. And we're going to kiss the heels together and step through the toes into our high heels. Beautiful job. On an exhale, let's press the carriage away. Beautiful. We're wrapping the thighs together here and come back home. Exhale, we press it long. She's reaching long through the crown of her head, long neck, shoulders are pressed down, ribs hugged in. And exhale, we press it long. Beautiful. And back home. And exhale, press it long one more time and come back in. Beautiful. Go ahead and make your feet parallel, hip distance apart, and slide the foot bar onto the arches. Here we were just working the quads, now we're moving into the insides of the legs. And same movement. Exhale, we press it out long. Arms are long on the carriage beside us, and come back home. Exhale, press it out. Beautiful. Let's do just 2 more. We exhale to press and reach. Shoulders press down. And last one, exhale, we press it out. Come back home. Now we're gonna work the hamstrings, so we slide the heels onto the foot bar here. Legs remain hip distance apart. And exhale, we press it out long. Using our breath, go ahead and come in and out, Ganja. And as we do this, usually we put about 60% into our larger muscles and the other 40 into the core. Here, we want to use our breath and flip that number so that we're using the core and the breath 60%, which leaves 40% for the larger muscles. Beautiful. Come back down. Slide the toe joints back onto the foot bar here. Beautiful. And kiss the heels together. Excellent. Pilates V or Pilates stance, this is called. Exhale, press it out long and pause here. Long legs, thighs are wrapping in. Core is engaged, ribs are hugged in. Beautiful. Drop your heels down below the foot bar and exhale, press it out. And we drop it below and exhale to press. Beautiful. Shoulders are pressed away from the ears. Crown is long. And last 2. And last 1. Beautiful. Let's come back home here. And we're going to move on to our arm series. So go ahead and reach back behind you. I think we were going to keep you on just a red here. So let me know if you need more weight. Slip the hands through the small loop. Reach the fingertips and the arms up to 90 degrees. You can press in a little bit so they're 90. Beautiful. Lift the feet up off of the foot bar into tabletop position. So we want the knees aligned with the hips. And the shins are going to be parallel to the floor here. We're going to begin with our press downs. So we exhale, press it down alongside our hips, reaching long through the fingertips, and back up to 90. And exhale, we press it down, beautiful, beautiful, and back up to 90. Ribs are hugged in, excellent, and we're still reaching long through the crown of the head. Excellent. Last one, let's pause here alongside the hip. Beautiful. Rotate the palms to face our hips. Excellent. Widen to a T. We open and exhale, press it in. Long arms. Beautiful. And press it down. Long arms. Don't lose your ribs. Keep them hugged in. Core is engaged. Let's do one last one. We exhale to press and pause here. Rotate the palms down to the carriage. Press the elbows into the carriage and bend only at the elbows, fingertips up to 90. Exhale, press it down, triceps. And 90, and exhale, we press it down. Shins remain parallel to the floor. Excellent. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, we press. Shoulders are away from the shoulder pads. Last one, and bring everything home. Go ahead and knock your knees side to side to reset. You can crack your heart open if you'd like. Beautiful. Okay, next we're going to move into the abs series. So we're going to do a couple things on the abs here. So let's go back up to that point where we're reaching the fingertips and arms up to 90 degrees. Our legs are in tabletop. If you'd like, you can actually extend them up to 90 as well for our crunches. On an exhale, we're going to press down through the straps with our palms all the way down, lifting head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. Beautiful. And then we lower everything back down. Using your breath, we exhale to press it down, reaching long through the legs, long through the fingertips. Last one. Exhale, press it all down and hold here. As if you're slapping water for the hundreds. Warm up the body. We slap the carriage here vigorously. Inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 5 counts. Core is engaged, ribs are hugged in, beautiful. Shoulders are up off of the carriage. And we have an inhale, exhale, and last one. Exhale and bring everything back home. Shake it out, crack open the chest, knock the knees side to side. Beautiful. When you're ready, let's go ahead and work on our leg work. So 1 foot at a time, you can kick out a little bit long with your legs here and place your right foot into the large strap. Beautiful. Press into the strap and let's do the other leg. Excellent. We're gonna begin with our leg circles. So, let's press our arms along beside us in the mat. Reach the toe tips up to the sky, 90 degrees, excellent. And feet are together and press down with the feet down to 45, beautiful, and widen here. And exhale, resist the springs all the way up to 90 degrees. And close the feet together. Press against the straps, here we go. Beautiful, and widen. And exhale, we resist, slowly, slowly to 90 degrees. Let's reverse that. So we open the legs and exhale, press it down. 45 and close. And resist to 90. And open. And exhale, press it down. Pause here. Put the heels together, kiss the heels, toes apart, and then hug the knees into the chest. Probably should have done that from my feet. Excellent. On an exhale, let's press out 45 degrees, just like a frog. Excellent, long legs here. We're hugging the ribs in, engaging the core. Shoulders are pressed down, and we bring it back in. And exhale, using that breath, 60%. Beautiful, and we come back in. And one last time, we press and hug everything back in. Go ahead and remove the straps one at a time. So you take one off, and then you can reach for the foot bar, remove the other, and reach for the foot bar, and then come back home. Beautiful. So now we're gonna move into the stomach massage. So let me grab you a sticky here, so you can place that right at the end of the carriage. Excellent. And you can begin with your feet here on the platform. I think you like the lower foot bar, if I recall, down to the lowest setting. Beautiful. So we're sitting centered on the mat here, reaching tall through the crown of our head, and then reach around to the shoulder pads. Fingertips are facing away from the body. So here we have that smiling collarbone, nice and wide, flat back. Excellent. Now place the toe joints onto the foot bar. Kiss the heels together if that's comfortable for you, and press into the toes, high heels. On an exhale, we're gonna press along away from the home. Beautiful. And come back in. And exhale, we press it out. And back in, reaching tall through the crown, shoulders are pressed down. And last one, we're gonna press it out and hold here. Reach with one hand at a time to the front of the carriage, softly grasping, no white knuckles here, excellent. And then tuck the tailbone under, similar to a scared dog for a round back. Come on home. And holding that round back, we're gonna press it with our exhale and come back home. We still have a wide chest here, but a soft curve in the lower abdomen. Last one, and come back home. Reach both hands out in front of you. And now we're gonna go return to that nice flat back. So reaching tall through the crown of the head, press the shoulders down. Ribs, core is engaged, ribs are hugged in, excellent. Same thing here, make sure you hold your heels high, and we exhale to press it out. And come back home. And exhale, press it out. And home. And last one, exhale, press it out. And all the way back home. Beautiful. You can hop off, hand me the sticky note, or the sticky pad, sticky note, same. And then we're gonna lower the foot bar all the way down and grab the short box from beside the reformer. And we're gonna place it becomes a short box by placing it horizontally on the carriage here, pressed up against the shoulder pads. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and carefully sit on the short box. Excellent. Reach down here and we have a safety strap. So we're going to place both of our legs into the safety strap and flexing the feet back. Obviously that is the safety piece of this movement, keeping you secure. And then we're gonna press out to the outer edges of the safety strap, which is gonna turn off the quads and turn on the hips and outer thighs through this movement. Beautiful. Place the hands on the abs right here. We're gonna begin with round back. So we're gonna tuck that tail under again. Beautiful. And still reach tall through the crown of the head, but we have again that soft C curve. On an inhale, we're gonna lower down and use your exhale to bring you back up to that seated tall position. Beautiful. We tuck that tail, round back, and exhale brings us back up. Last one. We inhale, lower down, pause here. Exhale again. Hold it. And then let's exhale one more time to bring us back up. Beautiful job. All right, we're gonna shift to the flat back. So place both of your hands here behind the head. If it's more comfortable for you, you can widen out to a T. Reach tall through the crown of the head, press the shoulders down, hug the ribs in, engage the core. But this time we're not tilting the pelvis. On an inhale, we lower back. And exhale, we come back up, seated tall position. And we inhale to lower down and exhale, back up. Last one, inhale and pause, exhale. Inhale, exhale again, tighten the corset and use that last exhale to come back up. Beautiful. Okay, twist and reach. So our arms remain here. If you need to drop them down, roll your shoulders out, you're more than welcome to do so. But here, on an exhale, we're gonna twist to the right. Inhale, dip that elbow down towards the well and use your exhale to bring you back up, seated tall, twisted position, and come back to center. Remember to root down through the hips throughout this entire movement. Don't lift anything up. And we exhale to twist. And we inhale, lower down into the well. Exhale brings us back up. And inhale, center. Let's do it one last time. Exhale, we twist. Inhale, lower down into the well. And back up, seated, twisted, tall. And rotate, center. Exhale, we twist. Inhale, lower. Watch that other hip. And exhale, bring it up. And come back to center. Beautiful job. All right, half tree to tree pose. We're going to remove the right foot from the strap. It's really important here again that you're flexing in the safety strap to keep you secure. Place both hands in the pits of your knees here. Try as best you can to keep a nice straight spine. As soon as we lengthen that leg out, it tends to help cause us to curve. So we want to constantly be reaching through the crown of the head. Warm up the hamstrings by extending the foot long and bend. We extend and bend. Last one, extend and pause here. Walk the hands up your tree or to your ankle here, and let's play. We rock back and forward and back and forward. Last time, rock back, pause here. Walk down your tree as we inhale and dip down into the well. If you're comfortable using your exhale, walk all the way back up your tree. Let's do that one more time. We inhale, lower down into the well and bring it back up using your exhale. Beautiful. Come back up, bend the knee, fold it across the thigh and lean forward for a nice juicy stretch here. Beautiful. When you're ready, you can switch out your feet into the safety strap and remove the left foot. Again, let's remember to flex the right foot nice and strong here to hold you in position. Root down through those hip bones so that they are centered into the box. Place both hands in the pits of the left knee. Excellent. And reaching tall through the crown of the head. Nice flat back. Excellent job. Extend the foot long and bend. Extend and bend. Last one. Extend and pause here. Extend and pause here. Beautiful. Walk your fingertips towards the ankle and let's play. We rock back and forward, and back and forward. Last one. We rock back, pause here. On an inhale, we walk down the trunk of our tree, down to the thigh, dipping our heads long into the well. Using the exhale, we walk back up the leg to the ankle. And let's do that one more time. Inhale lowers us down, and exhale brings us back up. Beautiful job. So now go ahead and bend the knee, place it over the leg for that nice juicy stretch. Excellent. When you're ready, go ahead and place the short box back on the wall. And then we're gonna lift back up to the tall setting on our foot bar for elephant. And on this one, we want to always be sure and place your hands on the foot bar before standing onto the carriage. So now you can carefully step up onto the carriage on your feet. Go ahead and come all the way up. Beautiful. Now you can do this movement in the center of the carriage here like Ganja, or if for a little bit easier version, you can press your heels back into the shoulder pads. So here we want one nice long line from shoulder, elbow to wrist. And then we want almost to look like a camel where we're engaging the core and rounding the back up here. On an inhale, we're gonna press the carriage out. And exhale, slowly resist the springs, one spring at a time. And this would be a perfect example of just one spring is gonna make this actually more difficult because there's more control. So we inhale, press it back, and exhale, slowly, slowly come in back home. Let's do it just one more time. We inhale and reach it back, and exhale, bring it back home. Beautiful job. All right, let's come down to our knees for knee stretches. Our feet are pressed up against the shoulder pads there. Toes are tucked under so we can see our pedicures. And again, we hold this nice long line from shoulder to elbow to wrist. Fingertips are all on the far side of the foot bar, including the thumbs. So the far side here. Go ahead and seat your hips down to your ankles and then sit them back up just an inch or two, kind of hovering. And now we want to tuck the tail under like a scared dog. Beautiful. Press through the feet. We're going to hold this upper here and we're going to press through the feet, lengthening the carriage, and resist, 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 bringing it all home. We're keeping that rounded back here. And we inhale, press it long, and resist, resist, resist. One last time. We inhale, press it back, and bring everything home, resisting slowly, slowly. Perfect. We're going to reset here. So go ahead and sit back on your ankles. And now we're going to shift to a flat back. To do so, we're going to stick that booty out and reach tall through the crown of the head. Excellent. And let's do that same thing. We inhale. Did I have you come up off of? Oh yeah. So make sure you hover off of the heels. And inhale, we press it long. And exhale, bring it back in. The upper body is remaining still. And we press it long. And come back home. And press it long. And come back home. Last version of this, we're going to shift our body weight over our hands and hover the knees 1 to 2 inches here off of the carriage. Beautiful. And lower back down. And we lift. Let me give you another weight here. We should have done it earlier. And we lift and pause here. Let's come up to a hover and then kick back through the shoulder pads. Excellent. The upper remains still here and we press and come in and we exhale to press. Last one. Lower everything down. And let's go ahead and flip onto our back side again. for our running. So we're gonna, just like the beginning, bring our toe joints up to the foot bar again. Feet are about hip distance apart and parallel. Exhale, press it out long. Arms are long beside you, palms facing into the carriage. Reach tall through the crown of the head, press the shoulders down, engage the core, and round the ribs in. Lower your right heel down below the foot bar, just like we're prancing. And now let's switch. Lower the left foot. Natural breathing here. Beautiful. And now let's speed it up. And we can switch, switch. Beautiful. And go ahead and come to rest here as we cool down and bring everything home. Widen the toe tips to the outer edges of the reformer. Excellent. Press through the toes and let's press everything out long and come back in. And exhale, we press it out. Yep, just made something up and come back in and pause here.
Awesome.
Roll the your torso or your pelvis up off of the carriage. Tuck it under one vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. So we're hovering over the mat. And lower everything back down one vertebrae at a time. The carriage stays home. Let's do that one more time. We will taking the vertebrae off of the carriage one at a time. Pause here. Now exhale. Press it out long. And come back in. And exhale, press it long. And come back in. And pause. Lower everything down to the carriage, one vertebrae at a time. You can step off of the reformer and face me. And together, let's widen our arms, reach it up tall. Fold over with a flat back. Hang heavy, head is heavy, arms are heavy, and slowly one vertebrae at a time, we stack our vertebrae, rolling the shoulders back, neck and shoulders, head is last. Thank you.
Thank you.